Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Berlyan Putri A. I want to introduce my final project. Title is Analysis of Variations in Parameters of Welding Current, Welding Time, and Electrode Diameter in Spot Welding Process for Tensile Strength and Heat Affectation Width on Stainless Steel 304 and DIN 1.4003 materials. Okay, I want to introduce myself. My name is Berlyan Putri A with NRP 061H040035 from Design Manufacture Engineering. My address in Bedok Village, Ngadiluweh, Kediri, and with my email is berlyanputri@student.ppns.ac.id. Okay, today's topic outline have 4 capture. Capture 1 are research background, research problem, research delimitation, and capture 2 is literature review. Capture 3 are flowchart diagram and research schedule. And last capture is spot welding process. Okay, capture 1 research background, research problem, and research delimitation. First is research background of my final project. So, a method of welding in which the surface of the plates to be joined are pressured against each other, and at the same time an electric current is passed so that the surface become hot and melt due to the presence of electrical resistance. And spot welding in the train manufacture process at Inca company is used to weld car body. The part is car body part. The quality and strength of resulting spot weld joint is very important in the feasibility and safety of transportation. And then research problem. First, how do variations in current strength or welding current, welding time, and electrode diameter affect the tensile strength of spot welding joints? And second is how do variations in current strength or welding current, welding time, and electrode diameter affect the heat affected zone width of spot welding joints? So this is research delimitation. First, research use plates with stainless steel 304 and DIN 1.4003 materials. And second, the test specimens used were stainless steel 304 materials as plate having dimension 150 mm and 40 mm and 2 mm for stainless steel 304. And for materials DIN 1.403 which has dimensions same 150 mm, 40 mm, and but the materials DIN have 3 mm. And therefore optimization calculations are only carried out by statistical calculation without confirmation experiment. And then chapter 2 is literature review. What is Taguchi method? Taguchi method is a statistical method developed by Junichi Taguchi to improve the quality of production. So there are calculation of Taguchi method. First, as an ratio calculation, as an ratio normalization calculation, deviation value calculation, ANOVA calculation, and the last is optimal parameter calculation. So there are literature review. Welding is a metal drawing technique by melting some of base metal and filler metal with or without pressure, and with or without additional metal, and produce a continuous connection. And what is spot welding process? Spot welding process is a method of electric resistance welding in which two or more metal sheets are clamped between two metal electrodes under the influence of pressure before current is flowing. And then tensile test. Tensile stress occurs when an object acts with two forces in opposite directions, perpendicular to the axis of the rod and not in line with given rod. And then macro-sectional stress are carried on cross sections, longitudinal sections, as an independent test to evaluate surface conditions, or as a next step of other tests to evaluate the effect that occur and form on the cut surface cut out at least then 10 magnification. And then chapter 3, there are flowchart diagram and research schedule. So this is flowchart diagram. Start, and then research problem and purpose, study literature, observation, determination of response and independent variable, and then experimental design has calculating the degree of freedom, determining the orthogonal array matrix, preparation tools and materials, experiment execution, and then experiment data collection, data analysis using the Taguchi method, confirmation test, and then until tensile strength and heat affected zone width is optimal. If yes, we have conclusion and suggestion. If not, we can back to experiment execution until the finish again. Okay, this is variable of experiment. Has response variable. There are tensile strength, heat affected zone width, and then independent variable has welding current, welding time, and electrode diameter. Then research schedule. From literature studies, observations, experimental design, execution of the experiment, data analysis, advisory consulting, writing final assessment. The last capture is spot welding process. So there are spot welding process. First, I did the settings for each parameters before doing the spot welding process, so that it produces shown in the picture like this. Thank you for all of your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.